moved to Phoenix to take a job down there. I stayed drunk the whole time I was there. Blew that opportunity off. Came back to Vegas. I moved in with some friends, but they were getting ready to move back to California. So like I knew that I was running out of money, didn't have a job, needed to make a move. And I was like, dude, what can I do? What can I do to make money? Where can I go? And I'm like, strip clubs. I can go be a bouncer at a strip club. I used to do it before. So that's exactly what I did. I went and got hired at a strip club. Got a girl to want to hang out, and went and hung out with her one time. And when I showed up to her door, she opened it, or she said to come in. I came in, and she's smoking a bowl of meth. And I hadn't been doing it for about 1.5 to 2 years, right? I was drinking and doing all the other things, but I hadn't touched, meth again. Knew I shouldn't have, it was crazy, man. It was like really surreal because I knew that I saw her doing it, and then in my head I'm thinking, walk away, don't go. You know what's going to happen. And as I'm saying that to myself, I'm walking right to her. I take it and I take a hit, and that's it. From that point on, I start really selling drugs. I start getting guys that slam dope to steal shit for me. So basically I'm getting them I'm moving a lot more drugs now. I'm hooked up with some person that's, giving me about 1 ounce to 2 at a time to get rid of.
Ounce of what?
Meth.
Okay.
So crystal.
Okay.
And so that's going all right. I'm doing it for about 1 year. In that process, I'm figuring out how to do all kinds of stuff because I'm not sleeping very much. Maybe staying awake for 3 days, figuring things out.
You never cooked it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No. If I would have known somebody that could teach me how, I probably would have.
Have you ever watched Breaking Bad?
Mm-hmm. I watched the whole series, well, at least the first six seasons on a 4-day weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Were you on meth when you were watching it?
No.
Oh, okay. That would have been a fucking trip if you were.
Yeah, no. I felt like it after I finished watching it because I literally had to stay up damn near 24 hours, 48 hours to watch all of them.
Is it pretty accurate? Would you say?
I would
with the lifestyle.
Kind of, yeah.
Or the business part of it.
Yeah. I can't tell you about the business part of it as being a successful drug dealer because I was never a successful drug dealer.
Yeah.
Not even when I was doing the stuff that I was doing, even as I had the enterprise. I was.
You would have been two of Jesse's degenerate friends.
Probably.
That was like where you were.
Yeah, I would have been Jesse.
Oh, you would have been Jesse,
but not cooking stuff, not doing any of the other things, right? Okay. So what I always referred to myself was as the king of the dipshits. Because I was the one that always had, I would hang out with the guys that were slamming dope because I'm not that bad, right? As long as I'm not slamming dope, I'm better than you, even though I'm an addict too, right? And
slamming it is mainlining it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Injecting it. And so that's what I would always think of, right? I'm better than you because I'm not doing that.
You're just smoking it.
I'm just smoking it, or I'm just doing a line, or I'm not slamming.
What's the best way to take meth?
To not take it.
No, but if you are, what's the most effective way? What's the optimal?
It's different. There would be the one time that I OD'd on it. It was probably it felt the best, but it probably was the closest that you can get to slamming it without slamming it. So what I would do is I would smoke it out of this thing. They call it a quag, right? So it was like a bong for meth, and it would run through the water. And I'd run ounces through there and take it and dump the water out and then put it in the freezer for maybe a rainy day or if I ran out or something. And so one day I did
meth bong water.
Yeah. And so one day
you make popsicles out of it.
No.
Oh.
It was just in there, so I took a couple scoops of ice slush, whatever.
Yeah.
It was maybe about this much, and I drank it. And It was way too much.
Like a meth Slurpee.
Yeah, dude. It was horrible.
Wow.
I mean, it felt really great until it didn't. Literally, like my all my pores started coming out, like started beating with sweat.
Ooh.
And I'm just sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm just like shaking like this from the inside out.
Whoa.
And I felt like I was gonna die. And it lasted for about, I don't know, 30 minutes like that, and I couldn't move, just profusely sweating out. And
were you afraid you're gonna like die or have a heart attack?
Fuck yeah, I was afraid.
Jesus Christ.
But I was the only one there, so there was nobody there with me. And so I mean, I just had to ride it out, and luckily I did. But yeah, that was horrible.
What was the guy doing in Breaking Bad? I think his name was Tucker. He was like out front in the front yard digging holes with a shovel the whole time. Remember? He lived at his dad's house in Breaking Bad. And one of the characters, one of Jesse's friends, he was always out front digging holes with a shovel. Tucker!
I don't remember that part. Nuh-uh.
Oh, okay. I want to say that was Meth too, but the dude was locked in there for like weeks at a time, just in one room.
Yeah, I remember.
Meth.
Yeah, I remember that he had two of his friends that, you know, always were trying to get him to do
bad shit,
or make dumb decisions, and but I don't remember that part. But it doesn't surprise me, and that was the thing. So if you wanted, the best way besides mainlining it is to just straight up drink water from a bong. I would say if you're gonna do it, like it's completely different. The best way, obviously, is mainlining it.
Yeah.
You know, because that hits you straight up, and you know, a lot of the guys that like I was selling to that would do it. I mean, they would do it right in front of me. It was really hard to watch, especially when they're sitting there digging because they can't get a vein.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty gross, man. And finally, they would hit it, and you know, the look on their face once they did it was like, huh. That looks like it feels really good.
Jeez.
Except for that part, right?
Yeah.
That part, I could never do it. And that's probably why I never did slam dope, is because I just couldn't get past the needle part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like needles.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm not a fan of needles.
Yeah, that's bad stuff.
I'd be down to try the Slurpee, though.
I don't know. I think you'd be better off to...
I'm down to try anything once.
Yeah, that's not a good one to try. But, you know, to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, I mean, where did we end up living off?
I forgot.